Well, hello. This is actually a pretty special thing I'm going to be doing. Um, and it's on this car that's going down the track. Yes, that is a Volare Roadrunner. Now, if you don't know, because they really weren't that popular, the last real B-body Roadrunner was in 1975, and it had this weird trunk. But in 1976, when the new Volare came out, they added a Roadrunner package to their new hit car. Because in 76, the car was a hit. Thing about Volare is the name actually means to fly in Italian. Unfortunately, this car didn't. Not even with the Roadrunner package. The best engine you can get in 1976, or the biggest, I guess, was the 360 with a 2-barrel. And you couldn't get that in California. The actual hottest engine would be the 318 with the thermoquad on it, also not available in California, but it could have a 4-speed. So actually, I think that the 4-barrel was available in California, but the 4-speed definitely was not. Lord only knows what's up with California. You know, the 76 Volare did have a lot of innovation, and it did come out with this cross torsion bar front suspension, which actually made it a tighter little package. And honestly, they could have done so much more with this car if Chrysler wasn't broke. But enough about the 76 Volare Roadrunner. By 1980, and this is the car we're going to be talking about, the 360 was gone. The biggest engine you can get is a 318 with the thermoquad on it, with lots and lots and lots of emissions control. And you could get the 4-speed everywhere except California, of course. Now, it was not more than a dress-up package all 5 years of its existence. But it was still cool looking. And we're going to go over one right now that actually took all the shortcomings of it, which is the drivetrain, and made a, race car out of it that could run a very quick 6-second eighth of a mile. So let's take a look around this car and see how you can do to make a Roadrunner actually pretty cool. So let me go to Nemo Party. All right, so we're gonna dive into a real race car. I mean, the owner says it isn't a real race car, but this is a race car. He runs bracket racing, 8th mile, does it all around Kentucky. Comes from Mo Party, very competitive. And this is actually once again, it is a real Roadrunner. It is a 1980 Roadrunner. It's a real Roadrunner. That is his 8th mile dial-in time, and it runs that all the time. When you make a real race car, there's certain things you just don't see, because it's not made to be driven on a street. This is a 500 cubic inch RB block. See his fender well headers. There's a little, and when you have to have your own ingenuity when you have a race car. So he runs E85, makes water. So as basically for PCV system, he made his own filter to get the water out of the engine. So and that's handmade, but that is the way you need to do things when you own a race car. Sometimes you have to fabricate, especially with a Chrysler. Just take a look how big the Venturis are on this, and that's because of E85. Those things are enormous. No, I mean, this is twice the size you'd see on a gas car. See, it's mounted bed plate on there. This thing is, oh my God, and a strap. This car pulls, I have video of it, the car pulls the wheels off the ground. Absolutely amazing. It is straight up a bad car. It has a high stall in there. You have to have high stall. And also has a Dana 60, because honestly, there ain't many rear ends you're going to use, so you're not going to brake on this with this type of power. Using drag radials. Let's give you an idea how big these things are. Look at that's how big the tires are in the back. Enormous. And he has a setup here, because in between runs, you charge it up. The trunk has a 3-gallon fuel cell. He burns that on every run. Burns the entire fuel cell, eighth of a mile. You see, you put all your controllers right in front, so in case something goes wrong, you can swap it out easy. Has all the MSDs, always carries spares. It has absolutely no insulation in the car. The steering wheel, quick removal. The biggest thing you have there is your tack. But this was a genuine, real Roadrunner, and now it's been made into a really, really cool race car. And I've been next to him for the last few years. And see, there's your fuel pressure, very important also. Grafted on it, you just have a screen to catch the big stuff. You don't use an air filter when you're drag racing. There's nothing big that's going to absolutely ruin anything. And then in the front, of course, you have your little drag tires. The car does have headlights because you end up running at night like I did last night. This is actually a really, really cool car. Brand new Lexan window in it. All the windows are Lexan except for the back. The cut weight on the car. The car still is probably in the the engine's probably in the upper 3,000s, I believe. We'll not give a correct weight because, well, he is a drag racer. So you don't ever say what you really have, because that's just the thing. So he's been campaigning this car for a long time, and I've watched him dial in his time. There's a little computer here. He keeps up here to actually. What he does is that he sets a computer in there, and you plug in all your variables and the temperature and whatnot, humidity, and it gives you a dial-in time for your car. And that's what he shoots for on here. This car runs within 100th to 1,000th of that dial-in time every time. And it does pull the front wheels off the ground consistently. But it still has the original Roadrunner front end in it with the sideways torsion bars. It's not the greatest for drag racing, but it works well enough. It's a pretty cool piece. You don't really see a lot of these Roadrunners to start with, but to see one as a drag car is absolutely, amazing, I guess would be. So I've been very honored to be able to, know this man and see this car run, because it is an absolute and utter animal. I wonder what else he's going to be doing in the future, because, he's been racing since he was 16 years old. He actually drove a Hemi Super Stock, a real one, when he was like 17. So he's been drag racing all his life, and that's what a drag racer all their life, they learn every little trick. The one thing about racing, it isn't really, it isn't really the car, it's the practice. So he does a lot. He goes to a lot of tracks, goes every weekend, pretty much during the summer. You end up just knowing your car and being able to launch and being able to get that really good 60-foot time and get your run out. So it's been it's really, really cool car, and it's been fun to watch. So I'm gonna get ready to leave Mo Party, and of course, if you have a fun car or something really cool, take them out, because it will make someone's day, and it will probably be your own. So I will see everybody really soon. Bye for now.